All right, welcome back. So today finally showed up what RC Guy Garage has been wanting to see, the 69 Camaro. So I got to give a shout out to High Desert Hobbies for letting me do the unboxing of this thing. This thing's going to be released Friday, and so they're actually letting me demo this thing for them. So it will be available May 28th at everybody's hobby store, which will be kind of cool. I know that they are a little behind because they were supposed to be here already, but as everybody knows, we all got the email that they're running behind everything going on in China. So I'm very grateful that I could look at the demo model. So we're going to open this thing up. This will be my first time actually seeing one in person, which I'm really excited about because it is Losi. Losi makes a really good product, and it's not an Arma. You know, I understand Horizon owns it, but it's developed and made by Losi, which is something I'm very, very, very excited about. So let's stop waiting. Let's open this thing up and see what we get. So the one I got coming for myself, I actually ordered both colors. So this is not the color that I was excited to get, but it's still going to be cool. As you see, nobody's opened it yet, which is awesome. That we're going to see this for the first time in person. I mean, I've watched a ton of videos on it because it's something I'm excited about. Yep, it is a red one, as we can see. I'm assuming this body's going to be really cool. Now, they give us a plastic wrench instead of the aluminum wrench, which really I don't like. The metal wrench is definitely, at least they could have given us a metal wrench. And I see a couple of Allens in there. But I don't see any wrenches. I've been noticing this more and more, that we're not seeing the wrenches for the turnbuckles. Most manufacturers used to give you the wrenches for the turnbuckles. And I'm not seeing any spring shims in this package. Just a couple of tools. So that's kind of unique. And then the remote, they give you the batteries. So a true ready to run. And looks like it comes with a decent controller. It's not the top of the line, but it's everything we need. The SLT3, which is still really good range. I like this controller a lot. I do prefer the upgraded one, but this will work out really good. And I definitely like them giving us some AA batteries. Looks like it takes 4. And then, is this thing strapped down? Yes. There we go. Very cool. So I do like, right off the bat, I like how things are screwed down to the front. Something's screwed to reinforce this on the front, which is pretty cool. The painted chrome wheels definitely look better. So my plan is to compare this to the Traxxas and the DR10. Since I have both, I really want to see what kind of differences these things do have. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have already read all the specs on this, on what it comes with, what gearing, what everything, what motor combo, all that stuff. It's not something I've done, so I always like first impressions of what I think, looking at it for the first time, and what I look for. So 4 body clips. You can see the lights for the body. It does come with lights, which is really cool. So we're going to get those unplugged so we can get this body off. And look how the body, I didn't realize how it wraps around and it's slotted to go around everything. It's the first time I've seen a body cut like that on the back. You would think this would get opened up so it wouldn't trap any air. And then the tail lights being clear lenses. Would have been nice if they were tinted red and with the white to see them clear like this. They'll probably light up correct, but during the day to have them clear kind of brings a modern look or a modern drag look to it. And then I definitely like the headlights. I like the way they did the headlights with the little mesh cross, the nostalgic look with the chrome grille and the chrome bumper. Would have been nice to have a couple fog lights down in there, but that's something we can add. The chrome looks really good. The body cut, remember the DR10? Body cut is actually pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit there, but stickers, of course. Stickers, you can see, you know, a little bit of bubbling on the stickers, but nothing like the Super Baja Ray 2.0. Those stickers were horrible. Or the DR10, the way the body was cut was really bad. This one does need some touch-ups, but pretty straight for a 3-piece body where it's bolted on, where this rear section will come off. That's what these bolts are for. Which is pretty nice because you can theoretically, well, you couldn't even do that. I was going to say you can unbolt the rear and that'll leave it open, but your body mounts are up there. So can't really do that. A little bit of packaging. Stickers around the window. They're not pulling up. So looks like they took their time. Now I do see some scratches on the roof. Nothing horrible, just a little scratching from probably shipping. And then the painted rear wing, which this is some really thick plastic. And then they have the support brace in here, which is really cool to see those supports. This isn't thin at all. That's the type of quality you'll see from Losi. This isn't some flimsy body material on this wing. This wing is actually really, really thick. I like that a lot. So that's really going to support. Now I do notice, and let me see if I can show you guys this. So right in here, you can see it's lifted up. Let me see if I can get that in there. So it's raised up right here in the center. That center support brace looks like, you see the big gap? Looks like it's not cut into the body low enough. Yeah, it's actually bolted right there. And it's actually pushing up the wing. Right in the center. Would have been nice if that was flat because air is now going to get underneath this. So, but I don't think it's going to be going that fast to where that's going to make a huge difference if anybody's really going to run this body. So let's get this chassis cut off here. Now that we've gone over the body, I do like the metal servo. I can see that right off the bat. A metal case steering servo. I'm trying to keep all this packaging pretty secure since mine will be here later. And there we go. And if you've seen Innovation RC, he's already showed this a few times. I did just watch his roller because he got a roller, not a ready to run. So it looks like they put all the spacers already on the springs. So they're literally on there for you to make your adjustments. And we'll run this out of the box with all these spacers on here. And I like how they have the bleed screws on top to let out the air. It's funny, this one feels like there's no fluid in it, and this one's got a ton of fluid in it. Actually, it doesn't feel like there's much. Look how springy that is. That thing will almost hop up off the ground to throw the weight on the rear. And the rear is definitely slow moving, which is good, but look at the springiness of this front. I can bounce it like a basketball, getting it off the ground. That's funny. Really springy in the front. Look. You get that hop. And look, they have body pins for the support for these teeter-totter things. That's something I haven't seen before. And this reminds me of the old Stampede body post. That's pretty cool. How it flares back like the old Stampede. And I can't remember if Stampede was up front or in the back, but it had a brace something like this. But it does say Losi on it, which is really cool. And then look at the chassis. That's really going to keep that weight down low, which is really cool. And remember, we got some wheels for this thing. Some Martin wheels that we're going to throw on this. These are rubber tires. I thought one of them had foam tires, but these are a rubber tire, not foam. And I thought one of them had foam. Maybe I was mistaken. But really squishy, really stiff sidewall. Definitely Planet. You can tell that they are a little different than Proline. But I thought Innovation, he had foams on the rear of his. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I didn't look at it too closely. And then it's got a 6500 kV motor in it. So a lot of RPM to that motor. Really tiny motor. Decent sized can. No place to get a fan anywhere near it or around it. You really can't stick a fan on the back of this at all. And then even the clutch adjustment, pulling this wheel, you couldn't sneak your tool in here because of how big this is to get in there to tighten up or loosen up your clutch adjustment. So it's definitely going to be pulling a wheel every time to get to that adjustment. This wheel's going to have to be pulled. And then the battery locking system, this rubber band deal. These are really cool when they're new, but as these things age, they're not going to work well. I'd rather have a battery strap because these rubber band deals, kind of like they did on the LMT, just like rubber on tires, these things are going to crack and break over time for longevity. Right now when they're new, it's all good. But as time goes on, if you keep RCs like I do, over time, this rubber band deal is going to crack and break, and you'll have to come up with something else. And I like how you can put the different positions for the different size battery, a stubby pack or a long pack. I think that's pretty cool. We will be running my little stubby pack like this. This is my little drag pack. See if I can slip that in there. So we will, on mine, I'll run an adapter for now to this, but on mine I'll change out this end to an XT60. Even though this connector is probably better for amp draw. Yeah, the bigger bullets might be better. I might decide to go to the bigger bullets. I don't know. We'll see. But it's nice how you can push the weight forward or back, depending, which I think is really nice. So overall, my first impressions are this thing, even though there's a lot of plastic on it everywhere, they got metal in the right places. I like the bumper. I like the impact. I like the turnbuckles. They seem to be the right size. The rear wheels aren't cambered so bad. They are towed in a little bit, but not as bad as I've seen it in the past on other RCs. Alignment up front looks really good. So there we go. Ball bearings on the wheelie bar. Turnbuckle for your adjustment with different slots. I think that's pretty good. For some reason, mine keeps, you can see how it wants to lift that wheel and squat to that side. So it feels like this shock is not as stiff as this shock, but it could be because the motor is on that side. Maybe there's more weight, but overall it looks pretty well balanced with putting this box over here. The ESC mounted up top like we did with the slashes, the two-wheel drive slashes. We would do this. This is how I have my Rustler and my drag car with this up here. I think some of my drag cars I put it down there, but really long wiring. So it's going forward and then all the way to the back. So there is a lot of resistance in this wiring being so long. And I don't like when they zip tie everything in a bundle. These wires should be separated, not squeezed together with one zip tie. So I'll probably change that and separate these wires so that current can flow a lot easier. Little changes. I do like the side guards. I'm kind of curious of why they're to a point this way. You know what I mean? Because if you hit something, it's going to want to catch that. It feels like they should have been flipped from side to side so that they're facing back, but then they'll probably be in the rear tire. So that's kind of unique. And then all this area right here to where air is going to come up in here. So it'd be nice to close these two sides off to the front, just to try to keep some of that air out. And then even these being open for lightweight, it would have been nice to close these off so air's not coming up in the body, especially with the way this rear body is. Wanting to catch air, it's like a big shovel. But definitely, and then you gotta kind of get it underneath to get the body on. But definitely an awesome looking RC. You gotta love it. I don't like the bubble in that rear wing. I'll probably look at trying to shave that down to make that sit flat in the back. I definitely don't like that. But I love the construction of it. The decals are really nice. The quality is way better than I've seen on any other RC on a ready to run. Now there is a little flaw up here where they cut into the body, or it's something's going on right there. But that's just nitpicking at this point. It's Losi quality. Like, this is the best RTR that I've seen assembled in a long time. They haven't disappointed. You can see that's about how much it'll pick up before it hits the wheelie bar. So I'll probably bring that wheelie bar down a little bit because we kind of want it to sit. You don't want that breaking point right there. But we'll see. We'll see how it handles. See how we can dial in this RC. So there we go, guys. The first great quality RTR on the market. DR10 is definitely, as we know, a good platform. We've learned it. It didn't go straight out of the box. You had to do a lot to make it go straight for an RTR. So we're going to see how this one does out of the box. And then very soon, we're going to be seeing Traxxas. But I'm going to bring down the DR10. I'm going to bring down Watermelon, which is my slash conversion. And then, of course, the new build, or Camaro, which is a fully modified one. Kind of like to compare and see the differences between all four of these RCs. So there we go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more unboxings and more running of this drag car. Losi, so far, opening it up out of the box is awesome. Thanks for watching.